Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this vid, we're going to talk about what is DRIP, what are fractional shares, and how to do both with Fidelity. So let's get right into it. DRIP stands for Dividend Reinvestment Plan. Some public companies, but not all, elect to pay a portion of their profits to shareholders, and that payment is called a dividend. Once you receive your dividend, you can either keep the cash or do what a lot of other dividend investors do, which is reinvest that payout back into the company and use that money to buy additional shares of that company's stock. That's compound interest. Now let's say you own 100 shares of company XYZ at $13 a share. XYZ decides to pay out a dividend of 38 cents a share. That's a cash payout of $38. If you automatically reinvest that instead of just taking a payout, you can buy at least an additional 2 shares. Now you're earning interest on those 15 shares, and the next dividend payout will be based on those 15 shares. That's compound interest at work. And over the long term, that'll keep snowballing up. That's how dividend investors get rich over the long term. But there's a problem with this math. After you bought the 2 shares at $13, there's still $12 left over. It's not enough to purchase a full share, so what do you do then? That's where fractional shares come into play. Fractional shares, you can still deploy that $12 and purchase 92% of a share. Now you're earning interest on 15.92 shares. It's not much, but that'll make your dividend investments even more effective over the long term. Now with all that out of the way, let me show you how it's done. Okay guys, so this is my desktop. Once you log into your Fidelity account, you'll get to this screen here. So once you get here, you'll want to click on account positions. This will show up, this will display all of the positions and the stocks that you currently own. Once you get to this spot right here, and I think that you can only enable DRIP on the desktop version. I don't think you can enable it on the mobile version at this time. If I'm wrong, please leave me a comment saying so. So once you're here, you need to go to account features. Once you get on account features, expand brokerage and trading, and then click on dividends and capital gains. After you purchase a stock, it will take a day or two for it to settle. Once it settles, it will show up in this page here. Every stock that you purchase, so every company that you purchase, whether they pay dividends or not, they will show up in this spot here after a few days. Now, if we click on update here, we go to the screen here. Now, by default, every position that you open will show up as deposit to core account. If you want to do dividend reinvestment, you'll want to click reinvest in security. And once you do that, you can click on this right here, and this will apply this to all the currently held positions. And if you click this option here, it will apply to any future positions that you obtain. So you click on update, and then you go back here, and right now they will all say reinvest in security. That's exactly what you want. From here on out, any dividends that the company pays will be reinvested into the position, and then you will start taking advantage of DRIP. Now let's talk about fractional shares. Now, unfortunately, you can't do fractional shares through the Fidelity desktop app for some reason. You can only do fractional shares through the Fidelity mobile app. So please join me there. So now you can see my app. So once you sign into your Fidelity account, you'll be met with this feed here. Now, in order to do fractional shares, you're gonna click here. You're gonna go to your accounts. You're gonna click on your brokerage account. You're gonna go to your positions. You are going to find a company to which you want to add some fractional shares. So we're going to do Cisco because I always pick Cisco. So click on them, click buy more. Now at this point here, you will see towards the bottom, you will see the option to buy quantity type dollars instead of shares. So once you do that, you click on dollars, you add the dollar amount that you want to purchase. Say I want to do 200, and that will purchase 4.848 of a share. Now, at the time I'm recording this, it is after market hours, so I'm not going to complete the purchase, but that's pretty much how it's done. Now, if you want to buy fractional shares of a position that you don't own before, then at this point, just go here, and then you're going to click on trade. At this point, you just enter the ticker symbol of the position that you want to enter in on. Let's say Realty. Type O, click on Realty. At this point, it's just the same thing. Click on dollars, buy $200 worth. And at that point, it will, and then click on there. At that point, it will show you that you're about to buy 3.473 of a share. So that's how you would buy fractional shares of a brand new position. I do know that Robinhood just came out with fractional shares and dividend reinvestment, and I plan on doing a video about that later. I hope this was informative for you, and I hope you have a great day. Eat your vegetables.